Hi, good evening. I'm back.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk today about a few topics.
Yeah.
Right. So let's have a look at the business development topic first.
Okay.
Right. So this is a 64-page document. How to develop a business in Vietnam.
Yep.
Right. So if you look at the content of this document, I will say we must start here. How to reform and how the reforms to support a business environment works. Right, so that is on page 19. So let's have a look, and then we can take it from there. Just to go back to the content first. I think if one want to develop a business in Vietnam, there's two things that you must look at. First, you must have a clear understanding of the legal framework.
Yep.
How the legal framework works. That is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's lots of work to be done. But let's have a look at page 19. Okay. Right, this is page 19. Okay. All right, so these are the reforms to support business environment, or these are the reforms to support business development in Vietnam.
Right.
Electricity, first you must have a look at the electricity supply, and the scope around that, the land, accounting and auditing, urban and rural planning, data, securities, planning and investment and public-private partnerships.
Yeah. PPP. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. All right. So do you want to jump in and you want to talk a bit about this, and then we can take it from there?
For my business sector, I think overall that would be fine. So how to say, talking about accounting and auditing support. Alignment Vietnam accounting standard, international standard, expand scope of mandatory audit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we can maybe have a look at the legal framework. So I just want to go back to the legal framework. So if we go back to here, right, the legal framework is on page 24. How to do business in Vietnam, right? So page 24, the legal framework.
Yep.
So let's this here. Right. So Vietnam's businesses and legal framework. So one has to understand this very clearly. What the political structure entails.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
And then the intellectual property.
Yep.
How foreign exchange controls the market. And then the different kinds of the different forms of businesses that you find that you can entail in. You can entail in a limited liability company.
Yeah.
You can entail in a stock company or a branch, a partnership, or a business cooperation contract.
Yeah.
So those are the different forms of businesses that you can entail in. And also a representative office. And then a PPP, a public-private partnership contract.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your thoughts about this?
I think from the list of business model, I think it's quite diversified for investor to select.
Yeah.
Yeah, and compared with international practice, I think almost model here uh, 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 similar to other countries, the region, and I think international as well.
Yeah. Some other countries, I'm telling you, South Africa is more complicated
Uh-huh.
than Vietnam. I mean, they've got like there's 1,000 racial laws in this country, and they've got a policy, a black empowerment policy, where, like for example, Elon Musk, he want to invest Starlink. He want to establish Starlink in South Africa, but he's unable to do so because, according to government regulation, the government enforces a company to hand over 34% of the company to a black empowerment person.
Mm.
And I mean, most companies are not willing to do that.
Yep, of course.
So yeah, that makes it very difficult, and that limits investments as well in this country.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's more easy in Vietnam than it is in South Africa, if you ask me.
So in Vietnam, I think we would have some sector which were not open for foreign invested
Yeah.
for foreign invested project. Yeah, I think that would be I would say telecommunication.
Yeah.
Some sector, I don't know exactly, but maybe some sector relating to national security,
Yeah.
like Starlink, also very tight control in order to give for Elon Musk to build up Starlink in Vietnam. That's a pilot program, so it's very limited.
Yeah.
And education is opening now. Logistics, maybe some limitation. It's not open 100%, but maybe foreign investor need to make a joint venture with Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. I totally agree. Yes, those can be major blockholes. It can be challenging, but not overcomable challenges. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at pricing strategy. Pricing strategy for the Vietnamese market. Right. So I think there are two principles that one have to understand here when it comes to pricing strategy.
Yeah.
The first one is the pricing paradox, right? So there are two ways how you can price yourself in the market. You can do bargain hunting, where you use for commodities, daily consumption, and anything available for multiple providers. And you can use status signaling as a pricing paradox for aspirational products, experiences, and anything tied to quality of life, education, or status. So the key is knowing what category you are in and being ruthless, honest about it before you price yourself in the market. So I think this is the key principle that we can talk about. So depending on what business you are in, that will definitely lead you how you're gonna target the market when it comes to price strategy.
Yeah, yeah.
Any comments on that?
For our sector is services, tax and legal services.
Yeah.
So yeah, so maybe we will need to combine all of pricing strategy outlined here. I think it's it's not easy to just based on one strategy like pricing paradox or bargain hunting. We may be bargain hunting may for more commodity, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, any industry where there's multiple providers in will mostly use bargain hunting as a pricing paradox.
Yeah.
So yeah, it all depends the industry that you are in.
Yeah. 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 They have education, consulting, premium service.
Yeah. Okay, then there's something else that we can talk about: competitive price positioning. So if you price yourself below the market, you attract volume, but train customers to expect low prices. And those prices is hard to raise at a later stage.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
If you price above the market, you must be able to visibly justify the premium, the quality, experience, and prestige of your product.
Yep.
So the riskiest position is being slightly more expensive than local competitors without a clearly communicated reason why.
Mm.
So
Mm.
this is the goal,
Yeah.
right? I think this is the golden monkey. If you can get this right, we are slightly more expensive than local competitors without a clearly communicated reason why.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes
That
to
yeah, go ahead, please.
so when it comes to pricing in the market, there's actually two strategies that you can follow. Right? This is the first one, and this is the second one. And this is the, like I said, this is the goal. So in which industry are you in?
Sorry, say this again.
In which industry are you in?
Consulting.
In consulting.
Yep. Legal
Okay.
consulting.
Legal consulting.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, I will say if I were you, I would have followed this pricing strategy.
Yeah, correct. I agree.
Do you agree with that one?
Yes, yes, sure. Yeah. We need to determine quality experience our yeah to depreciate us with the other
Yeah.
to offer a better price.
Yes. So how you can test your pricing structure, or how you can test your pricing strategy, is to do the following. before launching, describe your product and price to 5 potential customers and watch their face when you say the price. See how they react. A surprise and immediate objection means your price is too high. And immediate acceptance without any hesitation can mean that your product or your service is potentially too low. They see it as a bargain.
Yeah.
A slight pause followed by okay is probably what you want.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
this is the golden monkey when it comes again to pricing strategy. When a customer inquire about the price that he will be able, that he must pay it for the services that you're going to render, when you disclose the price, that's what you want. You want a slight pause followed by okay. Any remarks on this? How can you use this strategies in your business approach, in your strategy, in your pricing approach?
Normally, each for consulting, legal consulting sector, it divides by market segment. Top 5 company, and we will say top 1 and second tier. We are in the top 5, top 1. So our price normally higher than normal market price, and of course the price, a lot of factor affecting to the price, about reputation, about expertise.
Yes.
Then about people dealing with the client to offer the price. How can they persuade the scope of work, then justifying for the fee they would charge to the client. So a lot of things we need to consider, but in normal case, we offer the price based on our rate, time spent to each project, and we have an hourly rate to multiple with the hour of the level involving in the project. So I think that's a way to determine price. But I think even that we still get challenges from the client, because either they offer lower or more competitive price. So that's why we in this case we need to justify ourselves from the other, like we need to clarify the same scope of work or not. How detail of the advice between the competitor and us, etc.
I can't agree more. You summed it up very good. As a customer, I would say I'm always willing to pay a bit higher price for services that's being rendered to me, if I know that the quality of the service is better, equivalent or better, and the expertise is above expectation. Then I'm willing to pay top dollar. I'm willing to pay more than the market price for a service that's being delivered, if that's the case. And but you've summed it up as well. Okay, brilliant. Right. Anything more about pricing structure?
Um, uh, 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 yes, of course. We it's in reality, we sometimes get feedback from the clients that yeah, so fee is too high.
Yeah.
Yes, of
Well,
course. In that case, it's not a simple way to manage.
no,
Yeah,
no, it's not.
because
But a client will always complain about the price. Um, most of the times, a client will complain.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah, and they always uh mentioned about competitor price
yeah. But
to yeah
then,
to put push back to us for reconsidering the fee.
yes. Yeah, but then it is up to you then to explain to them or to show them why you are asking a premium for the services that you are delivering,
Yeah.
and what makes you different from your competitors.
Yes.
So, so you have to actually sell yourself then, and
Mm,
you must have the strategies in place to before the time to sell yourself to the client and show them why you are pricing yourself to such a nature in the market,
mm,
why they are paying a bit more, and actually convince them by showing them that they are getting a better quality of service and better expertise that will save their money actually over the long term. Yes, but it's not easy.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Let's have a look at Vietnam's economy outlook for 2026. Right now, it's described as a defining moment for growth. So this is a document of 82 pages. We're not going to go through all of it. We don't have the time for that, but let's have a look at some contents. Um, you can tell me what you want to talk about. Vietnam's macroeconomic update, unveiling sectoral potential, investment environment in Vietnam, and supplements. Okay, so maybe we must have a look at the investment environment in Vietnam. Do you agree?
Sorry, can you say this again?
Mm,
Now, why do you need my agree for number four investment environment in Vietnam?
Now, what I'm saying is this document that we are talking now about Vietnam's economic outlook for 2026.
Okay.
So actually are four topics that we can discuss.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So which one do you want to look at? We don't have time to look at all of them, but maybe number
Uh,
two, Vietnam's macroeconomic update, or rather the investment environment in Vietnam. Or do you want to look at the invading sectoral potential?
how's about number three?
Okay.
Unveiling sector potential. What is the
Unveiling.
potential sector here?
Yes. Okay. That's on page 27. So let's have a look. All right. This is here. Okay. So the potential for business development in Vietnam is mainly in these areas: industrial manufacturing,
Yeah.
and there you can see what the contribution to the economy will be, GDP wise, exports, uh, what was exported in 2024, like for example, telephones and parts, 53.8%. It was up by 1.3% from the previous year-on-year
Yeah.
growth. Computers and electronics, 72.5%. It was up 26.6% year to year. And machinery and instruments, 52.2%, which was up 20.9% year to year.
Yeah.
What make it a favorable industry to invest in? It is factory worker salaries, which you can see is of the lowest in Southeast Asia, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the semiconductor industry roadmap. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything that we want to discuss here.
Yeah. For semiconductor industry, recently the government provide a lot of policy and support for this industry for this industry. So yeah, so it seems that the roadmap here is good. Summary. Yeah. We have a roadmap from last 2024. Then first phase up to 2030, then from 2030 to 40, a decade,
Yeah.
then 40 to 50, three phase.
Yes.
And yeah, a lot of ambition from the government to build up a semiconductor industry. Semiconductor industry involving many. This is about supply chain. Own company who having business related to semiconductor can be considered as semiconductor industry.
Yeah.
So it's very, very broad.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen that in the news as well when I was in Vietnam, so that the government is pushing heavily the manufacturing of chips.
Yep.
In Vietnam as such, yes. Instead of importing it, they want to manufacture it themselves in Vietnam. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. Some local big group, they start build up a factory to produce chip and some products for related to semiconductor industry.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that is the semiconductor industry roadmap.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at consumer markets. Right. Any comments here that you wanna give? Vietnam has favorable conditions for consumer goods and retail sector to grow.
Yes, for consumer market, I would like to. I think it's more about e-commerce. It's the fastest growth in terms of amongst consumer markets.
Yeah, I mean, as the middle class is moving into is growing and expanding, and the top end of the middle class is being pushed up into the higher bracket of income in Vietnam.
Yeah.
There will always be a consumer growth, and the poverty rate is declining all the time. It's becoming smaller all the time. So the below average people are moving into the middle class, the lower end of the middle class as time goes on. And eventually they will reach the middle, and as they go along over years, they might end up in their lifetime leaving the middle class, going into the top end. And then the consumer market will always be active, if that's the case, and growing.
Right.
Right. Okay. So, and then one other thing that one must have a look at is the total household spending. That is where inflation comes in. So there must always be in my eyes, there must always be a very good parallel between growth and inflation.
Yeah.
If there's growth and inflation is too high, there's something wrong. If there's growth and inflation is normal, and it is actually at a low rate, then I think that's the best position that the country can be in. If they can cap the inflation rate, so say to 2.5%, 3% max, not higher than that.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Yes. In reality, the inflation rate is controlled around that percentage.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I just want to see. Right. So. Right. That's all about. Okay. And then healthcare. That's another industry that's quite expanding in Vietnam as well, isn't it?
Healthcare. Yes, that's correct. Because with 100 million population.
Yeah.
Vietnam depend too much on public hospital, but qualities and the convenience is not as expected. So many medium high or rich persons, they prefer not to use that healthcare service. And healthcare service, people prefer not only to I think the demand now diversifies, not only to protect the health, how to say, healthcare and related service are getting more and more interested from people here, because now the number of young person and rich persons, they want to protect their health by to have a healthcare as the best service, and also they also the how to say, the service related to health protection, like gym, spa, food supplement, which those things support to all related to healthcare industry. Not what I mean is not about the hospital system or pharmacy system. Besides that, there are many other little sectors about healthcare. So,
if you look at
this is very broad.
This is a very interesting graph for me. If you look at this graph here, in the last 5 years, 2021 to 2026, look what happened. Healthcare expenditure went up from 7.3% to, that is now public healthcare expenditure went up from 7.3% to 12.7%. That is almost 5.5% that it went up.
Yep.
And private healthcare expenditure went up from 9.1% to 12.4%, which is almost 3.5%. So that tells me also one thing, that the economy of Vietnam is booming. and people's got money available to spend on healthcare, and they're not holding back when it comes to that. They have the money to spend on that. So that tells me that the inflation rate is at the right place. There's a lot of growth going on in the economy. People are making money. The living expenses is quite low in comparison with the income. And yeah, this is a very interesting graph. This tells actually the whole story.
Yeah, yes, it's yeah, right. Very and then consistent growing as well, right? Year by year
Yes.
growing. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's have a look at key strategies to attract investment or talent. So that's another topic that you want to talk about. So first, one has to understand the labor market. Right. Vietnam's got a young and growing workforce. There are regional differences in Vietnam's labor market. Right.
Yeah.
Understanding the labor market needs, very important. Yeah. Please stop me if there's anything that you want to talk about. Strategies to attract and develop talent in Vietnam are like the following. Use online job platforms for specialized hiring. So this is first way how you can attract and develop talent in Vietnam is to use online job platforms for specialized hiring or specialized job hunting. Number two, conduct campus hiring programs to attract young talent. Number three, offer competitive compensation and benefits, balancing talent attraction and cost efficiency.
Yeah.
Number four, implement mentorship and leadership training to retain employees. Number five, align with employees' values, purpose-driven work. And then number six, partner with local recruitment agencies for faster hiring.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah. Number seven, enhancing your industrial workspace strategy with manpower. Right. So these are there are 7 strategies one can follow to increase talent in work talent in the labor force market.
Very good.
Or shall I say to attract talent locally and internationally. It's not only internationally, it can be locally as well.
Correct, that's correct.
Yeah. Any comments on these points?
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I think one of the strategy about online platform. Yeah, that would be good.
This one, yeah.
Online job platform, but the question here is how to manage the quality and how to ensure about confidentiality angle in terms of risk management for what we are doing.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Then the last point. Let's have a look at Vietnam's consumer AI market for 2002. This is now for last year. 78% of online population have engaged with AI. 1/3 turn into a daily habit.
Yeah, interesting.
So, yeah, this is quite interesting for me. 78% of online Vietnamese people having used at least one AI platform in the past 3 months, and Gen Z leading in both usage and daily engagement.
Yeah.
On average, a person uses 2 AI platforms. International players like GPT, Gemini, and Meta AI dominated the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is quite interesting. This is very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Which platform for which task? Users prefer ChatGPT for professional tasks, Gemini and DeepSeek for study, and Copilot for information search, Meta AI for daily chats, and AI Hey for learning and news trends updates.
Yeah. ChatGPT,
Right.
Gemini,
Yes.
Copilot, those one are the most popular here.
Yes.
Meta
I
AI,
agree.
Meta AI, I think not much. I don't know. I don't use Meta AI.
No, I've used before GPT. I'm using quite a lot,
Uh-huh.
and then Copilot as well. These two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Gemini now very popular.
Gemini.
Yeah.
What can one use Gemini for in specific?
Yeah. To I think to clear research or the demand from me, I communicate with is a Copilot or Gemini, ChatGPT. Not much. We bought a license from ChatGPT to build up our own AI, but it's not so effective.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Vietnam's artificial intelligence landscape is advancing rapidly, fueled by strong government commitment and widespread consumer adoption. The Vietnamese government has taken decisive steps to promote national digital transformation through initiatives such as that regulation, the national AI strategy outlined in this decision, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yes, very interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And an initiative that the Vietnamese government is pushing as well, quite hard. Right. Okay. Mr. T, any closing comments from your side? We are finished for today.
So far good. Can you share with me the link to the public you have a show here?
Of all these.
Share with me to Zalo chat.
Yes. Yeah, I can. I can do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Appreciate very quick research and support to the short notice.
All right. No problem. You're welcome.
Okay.
See you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Now I want to stop sharing.